was going to say, you're making a point about how it's been a push forward with technology. You know, like... Yeah. What did you actually mean by, like, it's been a push forward? And just how we utilise it?
I think we've realised, the capabilities or the capacity at which we can actually work or interact online or using the tech we have that's already established.
I love when you pontificate a point. Like, you actually, like... emphasize each word, man, just to get it out. It's the best. Such a lawyer. I have to advise you.
He's been trained well.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. It's nice. It's
man. Like even court, like they're running different court proceedings all online, completely teleconference based.
Yeah,
everything's gone paperless, which should have already happened. But I think it just shows, and as we were saying, there is no need for that physical interaction. It's not a necessity anymore. It wasn't, and now we've really realised that it shouldn't have been a necessity. It's something that we choose to do, and now people have realised, fuck, my work actually makes me travel in and back.
Yeah,
to do it.
I reckon some of the funniest things, like what I've liked. Actually, I haven't liked it because I've actually had a lot of gripes about this. The fact that everyone's taken to social media, to stay connected, right? I get it. The big grievance. I said to you that I had someone recording yesterday at my joint, and I was editing it before I rocked up today. So they were recording some singing, and then we started talking about my music. So I was showing them the setup, and I was just taking them through sequences and stuff, FL and Acid and all that sort of shit. Just showing them how I put tracks together, played a few things on the keyboard, just showing them how it's all done. I had metal tracks out, everything. And she's sitting there going, oh, this is really cool, blah, 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 it's a really good setup, this and that. And then she started talking about my music and stuff. And I said, she says, oh, why aren't you still working on this shit? Okay, because I work, 7 days a week. Okay, there's no motivation. Okay, most of the stuff I did was back when I was 20, 23, 24, still living at home, no real responsibilities other than my phone and my car. And she goes, yeah, but there's still a market, why can't you just get something out? I go, I'll tell you why. Okay, you're noticing now with this pandemic, everyone's making TikTok videos, right?
Yeah.
You guys on TikTok?
No.
I've never downloaded the app.
Never.
From what I see, it's just people being able to record themselves while music is playing. Mm-hmm. And everyone's doing those dances, viral dances, right? I go, people are getting desperate for entertainment and self-indulgence, so they're creating these videos and putting them out to go viral, right?
Dopamine.
Yeah. Okay? Okay, and people are reacting oh my God, that's so creative, that's so smart, blah, 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 blah. Yeah? Dude, you're pantomiming to a song. But people are going apeshit over these fucking synchronized videos. And I said it to my friend last night. I go, you're a trained dancer. You did jazz tap and jazz ballet and shit like that for years. You did it at theatre level. I go, the theatre fucking crowds in Australia are losing money every year. Losing money. Yeah? But people are going nuts over synchronized dancing on TikTok. Okay, how would you feel if the Bolsheviks couldn't bring down Swan Lake from Russia, toured the world? Yeah, no, we can't because Married at First Sight is they want to do a tell-all interview on Channel 9, so we're cutting funding. You know what I mean?
But the way I see it is, if you have a passion for something, if you have a drive to create what you think, what's unique to you, you put it out there. It doesn't matter. It's like this podcast, people want to listen to it and they like it, then that gives you more satisfaction than
I agree to a degree. Because
are you making these songs just because you want people to view it?
No, but this is the difference, man. And you should be able to see. I mean, based on the fact that you do make music yourself. I started making music because I had it in me to do it, right? That's what I wanted to do. My expression, my art, la la la. But you get to a point where you actually want to be appreciated by other people as well.
Yeah.
You want it not recognized.
Why we show our friends.
Yeah. And, it hurts when you show your mate, a couple tracks you've done, and man, that's crazy. And that's where the conversation ends. You know what I mean? But then, Married at First Sight, someone fucks someone on TV, and all of a sudden they got a Broadway show. Who is this person?
Yeah.
Right? So that's the thing that's made me laugh with the technology thing. people are embracing technology again, but at like a rudimentary level. We're like, oh, look how creative is they're making songs out of this. It's like, dude, people have been making songs forever.
Yeah.
There are millions of producers sitting in bedrooms right now that are never going to get listened to ever.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
But, you know, some dickhead pantomimes a dance. And that's when I brought up the dancing metaphor. Because I go, you're a trained dancer. I go, I've seen you do, like, epic theatre fucking productions. No money in that involved. Shut down theatre productions. Shut down clubs. No one wants to see that. But, you know, some scandal pops off on Neighbours, and we're, you know...
Neighbours.
Well, everything's less appreciated now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what the other thing was with the technology thing? This is what actually made me laugh. OnlyFans, yeah? Like OnlyFans accounts? The amount of influencers out there like have like quadrupled over the last 4 weeks. The thing that made me laugh, right? Because I'm guilty of it. Like, my Instagram account literally is hip-hop social media, hip-hop news, a few political accounts, a few meme accounts, a few conspiracy accounts.
Some bitches.
Mostly, yeah, like 75% Instagram models, because my tastes don't form into it's got its own niche, yeah? Right? I'm guilty of it, but the funniest one I actually noticed was one of these faceless models, man, from the States or whatever, you know, what's it called? Like a dubious Hispanic background, advertised for like a week saying, I'm shutting my Instagram account down, I'm sick of getting reported, sick of getting blocked, sick of getting shadow banned. This is my website. This is my OnlyFans site. From now on, that's the only place you're going to find me. Subscribe to my website. Subscribe to my OnlyFans. Thinking, yeah, all right. Obviously, I didn't. I just left it. Radio silence for about 9 days. I'm back. I'm going hard on Instagram again. So I realise if they're not on Instagram, they don't exist.
Yep.
And I think that's the true thing between talent and substance. You know what I mean? Without Instagram... truth, like, you don't exist, and that sucks. If without social media, if you don't exist, you're fucked.
Yeah.
This is what I hate about social media. It's like you can look at a girl, alright, and you can go, fuck. Scroll down, fuck. Over time, it gets like, it's boring, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm over it.
You see this
Like,
one?
let me see something physical.
Physical?
Yeah, like as in, I'd rather see a girl in front of me like that, pretty.
Oh, you mean in real life?
In real life. Kind of desensitizes you a bit. Because they look more fucking appealing on the Instagram than they do in real life. And some people, like, they're the biggest fucking catfish you'll ever see.
That's because
Like,
how many bad dates you gone on, dude?
no, I'm not saying that.
It's a dude, you know what I mean? Are you Tracy? Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying?
She's like 3 foot taller than you are, you know what I mean?
Got a bigger cock than me.
Fucking
Shit.
Jeffrey.
I put this up ages ago, man. This was actually a girl's account. Isn't it?
Same fucking photo.
Cooked, man.
Just fucking different clothing.
Dude, legit. I scrolled through like a year, and it was all like that. Every photo, same angle, same cleavage, same everything out.
Yeah, man.
That's the whole account, man. I swear to God.
I appreciate something more different. A different way. Like if there's a fucking hot girl, but she's got such an amazing mind, she talks about different kind of things. You know, like there's an art form to it. You know, I'm more interested in that, and I'm more...
You're on something, man. Like with the art form thing, right? This is something I actually just thought about now. Like all these Instagram accounts, these meme accounts, people that go viral that disappear overnight, right? Like One Hit Wonders or whatever. They last for as long as a record label contract lasts, blah, blah, blah. Then you got things like the Iliad that has lasted like how many centuries? You know what I mean?
No idea.
Shit like that has survived the pandemics of the world. How does it survive? You know what I mean? Like, should we still be looking back at those texts? Like, I know they still sort of teach, like you can read Medea and like all that sort of stuff in school, like Shakespeare's works. Like, it's still studied. Are there, like, is there a broader scale of shit? Are we just not aware of it? You know, like, even school curriculum. You know what I mean?
There surely must be.
Is there ever going to be anything from this century, like, as in not this century, but like this last, say, 3 decades, that are ever going to get looked back in textbooks anywhere?
I mean, there's coronavirus.
Yeah, that's a form of history now.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
part of history.
as a work of art. Would they ever be studying anything that was created
like
in the
I
last 2
said,
decades?
art now is not as appreciated as it used to be.
No way. 100% not.
So I'm not too sure. I mean, there's people like Banksy
Oh, yeah.
Like, fucking oath, this cunt, like, you know.
I've got 4 pieces in my house of Banksy. Like, not originals, like,
Yeah.
some broke.
Like,
This guy just looked at me for a second, like, what? Nah.
his work is all street.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like him, he will be looked at as like a political artist.
You reckon it'll be studied, though?
Possibly.
The same way, like, you know, anyone would have been studied, like Shakespeare's work.
Da Vinci and shit.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Look, man, who knows? Who knows if there's if there's like a meaning towards it, if there's, you know, but who's to say?
You know what's not bugged me, but made me laugh about this corona thing is how you take away people's, not right, but option to go outside and congregate. And all of a sudden, everyone's buying fitness gear, and it's like, I want to go for a run. I want to go for a run. It's like, you didn't want to go for a run yesterday, man.
Yeah, that was actually you explained it pretty well earlier about the dog analogy.
Oh yeah. Like now we know how dogs feel
What do you mean?
when we take them for a walk. How excited they get because they're just so fucking isolated in the house.
And they're genuinely entrapped in the house.
Yeah. No shit.
And then you let them out, and they're like, that's why they're so happy just to be outside.
Animals in a cage. You go to the zoo.
You guys been watching that Joe Exotic shit?
Oh, I've finished it, man. Fucking
watched it.
Tiger King.
With my mate last night. I was just sitting there, and she put up her phone and it's just going through memes or something, and she saw a Joe Exotic meme. Like, have you watched that? She goes, that's a Tiger King thing. I go, yeah. She goes, nah. You? Nah. Literally just put her phone down, put Netflix on, and lined up the first episode.
Man, it's so good.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's because
Haven't seen it.
maybe
Keep watching.
maybe it's because I'm just disinterested in like random bogans in.
Yeah, no, it
Oklahoma,
definitely
right?
is weird. It's a weird thing. I wouldn't watch it if I didn't
I only
have the
watched
time.
the first episode. It was late as well.
Yeah.
I finished it at like midnight, and I was like, nah, like I'm gonna go to bed.
It's actually interesting about look the hillbilly lifestyle for one. But it really goes away from the tiger focus. It really goes away from the focus on tigers into like this really demonic fucking fight for power, superiority, and fame through a few different people.
Yeah.
It's an interesting watch. It definitely
I tried
is.
to explain it to someone this morning, like today, and like, what's Tiger King? I'm like, essentially it's a doco about a few zoos that run in like South America, the southern states of America, like across Oklahoma and Florida, I think. I can't remember where the rest.
Yeah, it's in Oklahoma,
Yeah.
Texas.
Okay, just something to do with the big cat zoos and shit. It's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I don't know, it's a thing. You know, like, I don't know how to answer it, man.
No, it's really interesting because it goes from if you look at it from a perspective that I did, it was about one, the idealization of animals and the use of them for your own gain, and some people are trying to say, "Oh,
It's an exploitation."
Yeah. There was one of them, fucking Carol Baskin, the fucking whore. She's trying to. Oh, I don't know if she's pretending or genuine, saying, "Oh, I'm here to save the animals, but come and look at them and pay me while you do it."
Yeah.
And then there's the other flip of the coin, just the complete fame aspect of it.
Yeah.
But the lengths that some of them go to, and if you keep watching, you'll see the lengths that they go to stab the other one in the back. It's pretty extreme. It's interesting watch.
Yeah.
Interesting watch.
But isn't it any zoo like an exploitation of an animal?
Of course.
I mean, how do you draw a defining line between zoo and sanctuary?
Yeah. Well, and that's part of it as well. But when you keep a cat in your house or a dog in the house, you're doing the same thing.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is it different? I mean, you got to remember these cats are being domesticated.
Yeah.
Like they've been bred for this lifestyle. Like they're not feral cats or jungle cats. But is that any different, keeping a cat in your house as opposed to keeping a cat in a sanctuary?
No, I don't think it is.
You reckon? Do you have pets?
Unfortunately, I had 2 cats.
Why, unfortunately?
Fuck. Shot myself in the foot. No, I don't particularly like cats.
Yeah.
I don't like cats. Cats not my type of, they're not obedient for one.
Cats are cunts.
Cats are cunts.
We've said this. We've said that on this podcast 100 times.
Yeah, so I don't like them. Dogs fucking love them. You teach them a lesson, they learn.
I don't like.
I do not like cats, but my girlfriend did, and we wanted cats for her birthday, and one thing led to another, and now we've got 2 fucking cats in the house. Yeah.
It's just not a thing. It does it.
Man, it learns. Like, fucking, that's what I told my girlfriend, like, we'll teach them and they'll fucking learn not to do it again. Just like you did when your dad beat you with the fucking belt. You're like, fuck, don't do that. You associate what you did with the belt. You're like, fuck, doesn't sound good. These fucking cats, they don't do that. They don't do that. They just say, fuck, we'll do it again. So, not my Not my cup of tea for sure.
Being disrespected in your own house by cats.
Fuck, man.
You just want to punt
Well, that's what they say about cats. You're their slave, whereas dogs, they're your slave. So,
Yeah.
and for
You're a
me,
cat slave.
yeah, I fucking hate that. Not going to happen in my
There's
fucking
a- there's
ethnic
a-
household.
There's a difference between cat people and dog people.
Definitely. And it's actually another thing from our
You
Dr.
were
Fred.
explaining this to me.
I can explain.
Alright.
So cats do not respect loyalty. Loyalty isn't a thing to them.
You start feeding them, then they'll monopolize like whatever it is that they're getting out of you. Whether it's
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And it's actually funny. Cats, if you research that, when they purr, it's not because they're happy; it's they're content. So they're not actually happy.
I love Know Thy Enemy by The Art of War. Like
Fuck,
he's
man.
actually looked in a cat's.
Whereas dogs are loyal. dogs are loyal fucking things. It tells a lot about a personality. So dogs are a lot more dependent. They need that interaction to share their love and feel their love. Whereas cats, they're individual
Assholes.
fucking assholes, man.
Sociopaths. Just
Oh.
isolated
And that can be taken to their owners in a sense.
loners.
Yeah.
Man.
Fucking crazy, man.
Loners.
Yeah, but anyway, Tiger King, good show. Watch it.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I watched it, like I said, I watched the first episode. I'm like, okay, like, they're hillbillies talking about big cats and like, you
Yeah.
know, and like, so,
But it's very different as well to anything else you've watched. But a part of it as well, like one of the guys that lives with Joe Exotic ends up killing himself because this guy was literally manipulated by Joe Exotic to come and live with him, be his boyfriend. He wasn't even fucking gay. He's like, I wasn't gay, but the cunt was feeding me ice. He was feeding him ice. Happy lifestyle. There's fucking big cats. Kept him in there. He killed himself. He said, "Fuck this. I can't do it." So it's
Oh,
also about that. But I let you in. But it's also about another guy comes in to save Joe Exotic. But what he does is shoot Joe Exotic in the foot, and then at the end of it, Joe Exotic ends up in jail.
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
So it's a lot about manipulation and power plays and things like that, which is, for me, it was interesting to watch. I hate mindless, numb fucking TV shows.
Yeah.
But that was an interesting one. It was an interesting one to watch.
I was going to get back to you. What was I going to say to you? It was more on that fucking, how you said people are being friendly and shit, like all that sort of stuff. That's what I was going to say to you. How you both were saying how people are friendlier now and like being more appreciative of shit and like family.
There was
and all
that.
sort of stuff.
There was that Greek guy that. There was a line of Centrelink kids. Like there was a line outside of Centrelink. They're all young youth, whatever, and some Greek guy pulled out fucking $100 fucking bills, mate. They were giving each one of them.
What great guy?
Some Greek
Wait,
guy,
here in Melbourne?
Yeah. I think it was in Box Hill or something. I'm not too sure.
Serious?
He's just handing people money.
Why?
Guess he felt bad. He's like, "What the fuck's this situation, man? I want to help people out."
Really? I had no idea.
Maybe it was the start of his loan business. He's got a financial equity company, and that will be the video.
May
Comes
well
back,
truly be
paperwork in a week,
possible.
and the guys just
You owe
asking
me
for
30%.
Yeah. No, I was going to say it was combining the performance art thing and it was combining the fact that people are appreciating shit. You know all the videos that came out of the Italians like singing on their balconies and everything,
yeah,
joining in and
I love
clapping and
that.
shit. Yeah. The irony of it is that all these dudes singing probably used to sing on fucking street corners and got looked at like bums.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now they're singing off their balconies and people are forced to fucking watch them and are actually taking it in.
Perception,
You know what I
man. Perception is reality. That's one of good old Matt quotes.
Everyone is forced to isolate. Dude, everyone is forced to isolate, alright?
Yeah.
Here's the government handing us $750 a week. You're not going anywhere. Just sit at home. Right? What are people doing? TikTok videos. You could use that time to learn a language.
Exactly.
You could use that time to get in
That's what we were
shape.
saying, yeah.
Well, one of the quotes from Malad was about
Self-sufficiency.
self-sufficiency.
Yeah.
What's that?
Like,
In times like this, you really realise those who are happiest are those who are self-sufficient.
Ah, yeah.
Just
You know,
easy
use-
takeaway from this is,
using your time wisely.
yeah.
If you're self-sufficient, essentially it means that you run your own life.
Yep.
You're not dependent on anyone.
Yeah, or anything to make you feel a certain way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why when people say, I wish I had $1 million, because they think that'll give them control
Make
over
them
their
happy.
life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think getting $1 million is going to give you control over your life. Especially if you've got that mentality going in.
Maybe for the first day. Maybe.
Get blind drunk, shit faced, wake up in a casino somewhere like, then I'm in control. You know what I mean? That's what I think of when people are in control. Bloated, gassed, in a casino, half naked, getting dragged away by cops. You know what I mean? No, but if you've got that mentality going in with to get $1 million, you're going to lose it. You know what I mean?
You're not wise with it, yeah.
Like, look at it this way. You have hobbies, yeah? You have interests. You guys do things outside of what, say, your 9 to 5 demands you. That's control.
Yeah.
You know what
Correct.
I mean? Like, I started giving my grievances about, like, my money situation shit, like, to someone. I've heard this a lot of times over. And people are like, why don't you just get rid of the studio? You know, why don't you just get rid of, say, your apartment? Why don't you move in with someone? Why don't you get rid of the car? Why don't you get rid of... I'm like, then what do I have left? Nothing. Like, well, then what am I doing? Do I get rid of my job as well? Like, am I going to need to work? Like, I don't understand. Should I just go on the dole? Control comes from how you use your time. And if you can see a viable reason to be doing everything you're doing because you get something out of it, then so be it. But there are people that are happy to do jack shit
All day.
and just watch TV.
They're miserable.
But they won't tell you that.
They won't tell
They
you
might
that.
not even know that.
Nah.
Might take a couple of years for them to realise. We were actually saying that on the way here. I one of the things that I toil with a lot, and I try to pull myself back from being over-organised. Like, I'm over-productive. Like, if I'm not achieving something or learning something or doing something which is in some way pushing me forward, I feel like a lazy fuck, which is not good. It's okay. I think, for me, I'm too far right. It's okay to be a bit complacent, play a few games or watch a bit of TV or watch a few movies. I think there needs to be a happy medium. You can't be full one or the
100%.
other.
Dude, that's why I justified buying that $30 video game, man. I actually actively sat on my couch and just fucking played, man, for hours, man. I've capped my character after like 10 days. You know what I mean?
You can't.
That's an achievement to some people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I felt bad because I'm like, man, I've done nothing today. Like, and then I looked around and I'm like, wait a second. I've got food in the fridge. Like, I cooked yesterday. There's food for me to eat. Like, I went to work. Like, what else am I going to do? Like, I physically can't do anything. And January, February for me were fucked. Like, I literally did not stop, man.
Yeah.
And like you, like overproductiveness, man. Making appointments and like just, it was fucked, man. I was getting home midnight. Or, I turned the computer off at midnight. And it was just a matter of me getting up, showering, going straight to bed.
Yeah.
And getting up, going back to work. Like, that's what I was doing every day, man.
Too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's important to rest. You work, but if you don't allow yourself to rest, your mind, your body
Won't restart.
Do you think...
want to, work premium.
I've actually got a question for you, man. You know do you ever look into that national living allowance that they were talking about? A few other countries have done it, I think in Scandinavia,
Yeah.
where the government's giving you like a Centrelink payment, but you get it automatically to guarantee a set standard quality of life.
Yeah.
You ever looked into it?
Not
Okay.
enough.
The government's shelling out this money now, right? Like the Centrelink and job starter shit. Do you reckon they could maintain that? I mean, they've got the ability to do it. They've just done it. While industry's shutting down, there's no more money going around, but they're actively dishing out consecutive payments.
Yeah.
It's not like they're giving
I don't think that's sustainable. It just de-incentivizes making money. Like, if I was to make $1,600 and work, 70-hour fortnight, fuck that. If I'm going to get $1,500 to do nothing, it's an easy choice. You know what I mean? You could put that on a graph and see at what point people will say, all right, it's actually more productive for me to go to work rather than just take the $1,500 and stay home.
You got the money, and if you spend it, buying shit. Is there money going back into the government?
Of course there is. Money's always going to go
Yeah,
around.
but I don't think that's sustainable. Paying
not.
$1,500 a fortnight to the amount of people, like we have 1 million people who are now going on that job keeper allowance. It's too many because it'll just incentivize not looking for work. It's like, what the fuck's the point of doing it?
Yeah, but if you gave me an extra $1,500 in my paycheck every month, like say $3,000 a month, yeah? If you gave me $3,000 a month, that's not enough for me to live on. Like nowhere near enough.
Yeah.
What that might do is actually allow me to save for things, and it won't be saving for things that are frivolous. It'll be bigger expenses, things that will be going back into the economy. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'll still be motivated to go to work.
Yeah.
I just might be starting to work smarter because I'll be doing things for myself. People will be more motivated to take on a course, or do you know how many things I've wanted to do but I just couldn't afford to do it?
I think they want people in that circular routine economy. You go to work, you do your 38 hours, you come home, you have a beer, you go to fucking bed. that's the only way they want people to live. Not in Australia. We won't get to a point where quality of life or standards of living are just as important as everything else.
You don't think so?
Not with a Liberal government. Even with a Labor government, no. Maybe with a Greens government, yeah, but Greens will never get enough seats.
That's true.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm not too sure, man. I'm not very knowledgeable in this kind of field. But saying that, a lot of people here, I think in Australia, do enjoy this kind of lifestyle.
Like working, commerce.
Like a lot of Aussies, they love to fucking work, go home, have a beer, you know.
Just leave it there.
Yeah, but how long for? Like, if you gave, let's say you took 1,500, you kept doing your work, surely there's going to come a day where you're going to be like, well, 3 months or 6 months or 3 years down the track, you'll be like, well, fuck, I keep working hard. There's a person next to me who's literally having similar lifestyle and doing fuck all. I'd rather that.
I don't think so.
Yeah, and that comes down to the individual person, I think, and it's too much for the government, the Liberal government, or even Labor government, to bank on everyone being like you and saying, well, just because they're giving me money doesn't mean I should stop. Like, I would think the exact same thing. Just because they're giving me money, I should use that and then build.
I can say that short term, yeah. It'd take generation or two to change it over, like that mentality. But it's like anything, man. It's like racism. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Yeah, like anything can be introduced or taken away. It's you got to wait it out. It takes a lot of time.
I would, if I had the choice of government policy to bring the quality of life more, equal across the playing field, I would just tax rich cunts more. I don't mean that as fuck rich cunts, but I'm saying if you've got more than 10 million in your bank account or in assets, you don't need that much fucking money. So let's start taxing those cunts and then use that money to put into homelessness services or mental health services and really go grassroots on it. Don't just give people money because they might just save it. And that's not their goal. Their goal isn't for people to save it, it's to spend it.
Yeah,
or to use it.
Rudd introduced that stimulus. He said, don't save it, go out and buy a TV.
But you give people $700 cash, they might save it. You give them a coupon, it's different. Yeah. But I would don't take their money. The rich people have probably most earned their money, but start taxing them and companies a real amount, and then use that to build up your education systems, all that kind of stuff.
Wasn't it Bezos? He opted to donate like $1 million to something. Was it the
rainforest bullshit? Yeah.
And they're like, man, that's like if you had $50 and you donated like 0.05 cents. You'd literally relax.
We'll still take it from them. But companies like the other day, I bought a pair of soccer boots off Nike.com, and they're not going to pay a cent of that fucking tax. And that's fucked up. Like, here we are making an honest wage and we get paid with fucking 30% tax. Like, that's fucked. You pull me back down to just, like, above the fucking living standards. Yeah. And then there's companies making multi-million, if not billions.
What are they doing? Are they favoriting these kinds of businesses because they keep the economy?
No. So so all they do is, like, let's just say, Nike will say, oh, well, that money was made in Australia, but it was actually earned by a company in Switzerland or in fucking Dubai, which pays no tax. So it's just a subsidiary of that. We don't actually pay tax because the money was realised in the country where the business is, and they'll put it in a country where there's no tax or low tax.
I don't know if we spoke about this the last podcast, but you guys reckon a world government would work?
Yeah, we did speak of this.
Did we?
Yeah, we did speak about this a little bit.
See, that's the thing. When you look at like setups, like even with Trump, like you follow the shit show that's going on there, and people I get in a lot of fights on the internet, man, with like Americans because they got no fucking idea. Like, their own government, they got no idea.
Yeah.
Like, it takes an Australian to tell you people what like is actually going on. Dude, Trump's shutting down so many departments in like the environmental services and shit like that. He put Mike Pence in charge of like the corona thing.
Yeah.
Mike Pence is a fucking happy clapping like idiot.
Yeah.
What does he know about science? Nothing. But he's in charge of it,
That's the point, exactly. That's the kind of people they want leading this shit.
Yeah. Right? So you look at that, and they're literally taxing, they just introduced, like, the big thing was that all the Americans got, like, $1,200, like, stimulus pack, right? But that's it. Like, no ongoing payments. Like, here's $1,200, survive on that one for a while, right?
Yeah.
And everyone's lining up for, like, mad cash.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't understand. You just dished out $1,200 to everyone, but you're constantly cutting back on, like, we can't afford a healthcare plan, we can't afford this, can't afford that. But all the big boys at the top all got tax rebates and tax cuts. Like, the top 1%ers, like, we don't need tax for these people. They're the people that are living on $1 billion a year. You don't need it. That's what the point is. There's that, I can't remember who billionaire. There's a guy that's giving away like 75% of his wealth constantly because he's in that echelon of like earners.
Crazy.
You don't need it.
Yeah.
You physically don't need that money.
Yeah. The problem is there's too many of those people who just want to keep that money. And the problem is, like, if I went out to my local member in fucking Casey or whatever and I said, hey man, like, I'm really supportive of what you're doing, but can you think about what I need for a second? He'll be like, okay, cool, what's in it for me? Whereas if I'm a billionaire, I say, oh, by the way, here's $1 million grant for your next fucking thing. Remember us when you get it.
Yeah.
Obviously, and that's how it works. And a world government, I think, would just be similar. It would be
Eventually, it would corrupt over to like that.
Corruption's going to breed. There's going to be one person who's going to know someone.
I had this thought yesterday because I was going off with the people in my building, right? Because we're all part of the owners corp and shit, in the building. And there's stuff that needs to be done around the building that we all sort of chip in and do to save, instead of getting a Sparky, instead of getting this, instead of getting that, we all just try and do our little bit. And I've had it in with some of my neighbours because they're fuckwits, right? I just can't stand them. And they've had a bit of a power trip the last year or two, and I've just stepped away. I'm like, I've got enough shit to worry about. Don't need to deal with this anymore, right? But there was a favour that got called on, and they came to me to do it because I'm the only one that can do it. And I had a tiff with these people like a week or two ago, and I'm like, nah, I don't want to do it. They physically can't make me do anything.
No.
You know what I mean? Then I thought, and like I was explaining it to someone else, and I'm like, if they ask me, I'm just saying no. What are you going to do? Nothing. Like the billionaires, right? What makes them a billionaire? Money. That's the marker we have to gauge their wealth, right? You could get a billionaire to say, oh, I want you to do this for me. And I can still turn around and say no. Oh, I'll give you $1 billion. I don't want it. Ultimately, it's people that make these decisions, that make the world go round.
Yep.
Money just is that indicator, it's that bartering chip, because that's all we have to go by. So, what's stopping like they're saying, oh, why doesn't a billionaire donate all this money? Well, he doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
No one has to do anything. It might make him a bit of a dick, but no one has to do anything.
Probably already a dick by fucking... It's probably got there by being a dick.
So, then it comes back down to money. It's like, okay, so what happens if you remove money, bring everyone back down to zero? What happens then? Do we still do things? Are the engineers going to go out and work for free just because they love engineering and they want to build shit? You know?
A good lifestyle. It would be good, like a community-based kind of way of living. Like, you do things based on what you like.
Okay.
What you love.
There's two flips of that coin, right?
It's hard, because...
What would Lady Gaga or 50 Cent do? Would they just stop making music? Would people pay to go see them, or just see them for free?
I guess you'd realise, you'd find out if they're really passionate about what they're doing and just keep doing it, or it was merely...
Or, like, would they go to do a concert, and then people have to bring them food, because they don't have food? Everyone donates, like, a Tic Tac, so by the end of it, we have, like, 3 packs of Tic Tac. Do you know what I mean? There's more levels to it that people don't actually think about. And that's what... Like the conspiracy theorists with like the NWO. I started watching Zeitgeist again for some stupid reason. I'm an idiot. You've watched Zeitgeist for sure.
Yeah.
Are you for real? Dude, that would be your Bible. That'd be like your go-to for conspiracy theories and YouTube videos for the stoners at 1 a.m. Are you serious? I'm actually...
What are conspiracy theories?
Yeah.
That's what it is. I don't know, man. Conspiracy theories, I'm not... If I come across it, I come across it, but I don't go out of my way to fucking...
looking for it. Actually, here's one I got to ask as an engineer. 5G. Have you seen that thing?
Yeah, so about...
Yeah, here we go.
See? This is where the twinkle in his eye kicks in.
5G...
Tell us about 5G, man.
5G, people have come up with this conspiracy where it's, the frequency is allowing, your body to break down. There's less oxygen in your body. You can't breathe. And
what's the actual science behind it?
Well, 5G just means...
Okay, wait.
Okay.
What's the actual science behind the conspiracy theory? Like, you just sort of gave a roundabout thing, but actually, like, explain it.
Well, your body... Let's go down to atoms, yeah?
I love you, man. I just have to tell you.
It's a vibration.
I need to be filming just you.
Yeah.
When you talk, even if you don't say much, when you talk, you get animated, man. You need a show for kids. Can you imagine?
Not with that head.
Let's go back. Let's bring it down to atoms. Everyone just smokes up.
Talk for everyone to understand.
Yeah, good. No, that's what I need. I'm an idiot, dude.
Here we
I'm
go.
not an engineer. I need your spiel. Go.
Okay. So, our body's continuously vibrating.
Okay.
And if you add like different frequencies, then your body kind of vibrates differently.
Okay.
Like when you feel, like when the bridge is vibrating, or you can feel like music pumping loud.
Yeah.
It's all vibrations. So there's a theory going around that the 5G frequency is kind of destroying the, it's allowing less oxygen to kind of flow around the body, so it's not allowing the hemoglobin to like process
Okay.
in the blood. Anyway, it's all bullshit.
Just written off like a wog. It's all bullshit.
Fucking all bullshit. They use the same frequency for 4G
Okay.
with 5G. 5G just means 5th generation. It's more faster, it's quicker, whatever. So yeah, like
There's nothing to it.
there's nothing to it. They've only built 5 towers.
But is it not? I've heard from the conspiracy stuff that I've written, and that's pretty much all I read. No, I've heard it's just
Bad man. You're a lawyer and a
No,
conspiracy theorist.
I'm not. I don't. I'm just taking the piss. But they can listen to what you're doing more so now, or it has a bigger capacity to record what conversations you have, or read into your phones and things like that.
I mean, if they're not doing that already.
Yeah. But is that something that the people are saying?
Are you saying it's like better quality that they can?
Well, they have a bigger capacity, so these towers can store more information, which means that they can store more of your information.
That just comes down to the memory
Yep.
processor. But I think if they're not doing that already, then
So it's all bullshit.
yeah, it's all.
It is bullshit.
It is bullshit. It's like it's like one of those fucking flat earthers, that
Yeah, flat.
like it's one of its cousins.
Flat Earth has always got me. Just based on. Okay, so do flat earthers believe that the rest of the planets are flat as well, or just Earth? No, I'm saying it's an honest.
But tell me this, like, I agree with flat earthers to this extent. Why the fuck can't you fly from Melbourne direct to fucking California in 3 hours? If you have a look at the fucking globe, we're fucking
Because-
3 hours from fucking California.
I've got a theory because
We're closer to California than we are to fucking Bali,
you're
man.
flying over Antarctica. If the plane,
Let's go.
If the plane breaks down in Antarctica, it's going to be hard to rescue.
Yeah, but it's a 3 hour flight.
Yeah, well,
You're that kind of guy.
anything
No,
could
but
happen.
it's just a question. Like, California's right there.
My lad, we could die. I don't care. I got a meeting at 9 a.m.
I think that's a good thought. That's a good thought. He raises questions, whatever. But yeah, I think
We always fly the one way. We don't go up or like, you
and
know.
it's more expensive for us to fucking do
Yeah,
that.
like we could go to Russia, just go fucking down Russia.
Because you're going over more turbulent waters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess this is where aerospace engineers and shit like that come in.
The reality is the map as we see it isn't exactly how the size of the world is in scope and in perspective to the rest of the countries. Like they were saying it for years, that America looks massive compared to Africa, whereas in reality Africa's fucking 30 times bigger than America. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just the scaling and the grading based on white fucking publishers. No, I'm serious, legit. Like,
Oxford Press.
Yeah, back in Oxford, we mapped it out to every corner of the universe. No, you didn't.
What else is happening while this Corona stuff happens? Like, I know you guys know there's price wars happening between Saudi Arabia and Russia for oil.
No, I didn't know that one.
No, so that's why oil's so cheap. It has nothing to do with
I was
Corona.
going to say, dude, I filled up on, I think, last Sunday. Sunday or Monday? I don't know. I was fucking out of petrol. Can't remember what day it was. And I fucking, I filled up on 98. On fucking premium 98. 65 litres. It was like $80 or something.
Yeah, it's
like
cheap.
Nothing, man. Like
Yeah.
nothing. Like, fuck all. It was cheap. I've never filled up on like the highest grade ever.
Fucking cheap. Yeah.
I'm getting excited for the next petrol run, man. Like, hey,
It's a reasonable price.
yeah, I can spend money and see it. You know what I mean?
I think I felt the same way filling up today.
Oh, it was the best.
Yeah.
Anyway, no.
Crazy, huh?
So what's the price?
So
for?
there's technically, like, there's an organisation, I think I might be wrong, but I think it's called OPEC, but it might be a different name, but it's an organisation which has, I think, 11 country members, and the whole deal, the whole reason that organisation is there is so that these countries can agree on how much oil they suck out of the ground at a certain time. So it's pretty much a production agreement so that we don't oversupply the market. Yeah? So
Over the supply of the market or like liquid,
I think they
devastate the earth.
well,
It's based on market, not the earth.
they'll tell you it's a mix of the two. Well, the earth is getting fucked whether it's in a month or a year. They're fucking it. But it's more
to do with conservation of the planet. All
yeah.
to do with oversaturating
So
the market.
they have agreements between like BP and the other fucking big oil companies of how much they can pump out of those reserves in those
Let me
countries.
tell you what it is.
Yeah.
The Organisation of the Petroleum Exporting Countries,
Yeah.
OPEC,
Yeah.
is an intergovernmental organisation of 13 nations founded on 14th of September 1960
In Baghdad.
in Baghdad.
That's where the power was, man, for a long time.
First 5 members: Iran,
Yeah.
Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and Venezuela.
Yeah.
These countries don't talk to each other anymore.
No.
How crazy
So,
is that?
and now Russia and Saudi Arabia have been having a fight over how much they want to produce, and they've both just sort of said, fuck this, we're not going to listen to the OPEC measures then, we'll just fucking produce how much we want, and hence we've been oversupplied, and now it's all just fucking, everyone's got too much petrol, so it's cheap.
But like, what about the demand?
Well,
Is that-
demand stays.
is that-
I don't know how it's like. Obviously, current no one's driving, so that's even a bigger reason why it's gone down. Because demand's gone down, supply's gone up, prices fucking benefited us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Crazy.
Fucking shit's going on. Like apparently, fucking America's been bombing Iran.
Yeah. They were saying something. Dude, right before Corona started,
Yeah.
remember that Iran
Yeah, the whole
put a
fucking
fatwa
shit.
out on
Tension, yeah.
Yeah, but apparently since then they've bombed Iran like 3 times in like 3 of their big military sites.
Yeah, and we don't hear about it because we're just focusing on people taking toilet paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why toilet paper?
Because people are fucking idiots. That's why. Someone somewhere said that Australia's supply is going to run out because of China. We're not getting access to their shit, so we're fucked. Dude,
There's a manufacturer
the
here.
manufacturers are in Australia. We've got like 3
Yeah.
massive manufacturers
Yeah.
going head to toe to get this shit out. But that's how fucking dumb people are.
Yeah, man.
And dude, you do the maths. I did the maths. 1 toilet roll for 1 person.
About a week. Depends how much you're shitting, bro.
No. Not a week. It's not a week. That's being very, very reasonable. I don't know. You probably need more fibre in your diet, right? No. Really, you're looking about 3 to 4 days for a dude living on his own.
Yeah.
Women use more, especially depending on what time of the month it is, and the mechanics of it needs to allow for more. But okay, so it's a safe bet to say 2 rolls would last, say, a couple, just over under a week. Okay, just under a week. You buy a 9-pack, do the maths, all right? That'll last you about 16 to 20 days, depending who you are. More than that. What am I talking about? 9-pack.
Almost a month, yeah.
Almost a month, all right? These fucking idiots were getting into fist fights for a pack
Oh,
of
yeah.
20. A pack of 20. Like fist fights, man, with old people. It's toilet paper, bro.
Yeah.
What's
People
the
got
worst-
nuts.
What's the worst that could happen?
Have you seen the videos that are coming out? Like,
Yeah, people brawling.
yeah, like no. There's like the fucking, what do you call them? Like the YouTubers and the fucking,
Yeah.
you know,
What videos?
the cunts that make the vines, like
Yeah.
taking the piss out of cunts.
Oh, yeah.
We're a laughing stock, man.
Yeah,
Dude, the world
fuck.
is laughing at us.
If you're listening, Australia, fucking grow up.
My cousin said to me, he goes, this society should just give up. He goes, it was a good try. We should give up. Okay, we need to cull some of the population. We should start with the idiots hoarding toilet paper. Yeah? Instead of hoarding things like, if you honestly think there's a pandemic and we're going to be shut in and our lives are at risk, then hoard tin food. I get that. Alright? Toilet paper should be the last thing you hoard.
Exactly.
Seriously.
You fucking take a shit and go into the shower, man.
Yeah.
Clean your shit up.
Use a rag, man, and then throw the rag out or wash
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? There you go. Recyclable renewal shit. You know what I mean?
Yes, we got ideas.
How did we do it in the ancient times?
Actually, I can tell you how they used to do it. I can't reference it, but left hand's for
Please
wiping.
inform me.
Left hand's for wiping, right hand's for shaking, brother.
Yeah, it all
that's why you
depends on
shake
what
hands
country
with.
you go.
Shake
It all
hands with
depends on what
them.
country you go to.
Yeah, man.
That's legit. That's not
That's
bullshit.
legit.
India still do that.
Hang on, I'll suss it out. Unless you get classy and install a bidet or something, yeah? Left hand, wiping.
And here we thought when we go to like fucking Indonesia and shit, like all these fucking hoses and shit to wipe down your ass after you shit is like
Yeah.
backward thinking.
Nah.
But we wish we had a fucking hose right next to the toilet.
Mate. Nowadays, now there's like a little squirter you can fucking
That's bidet.
connect to
At
your
the bottom?
Yeah,
Yeah.
at the bit.
Is that what it is?
Well, the bidet is that little. You see it in European toilets, man, and Americans use it as well. Like a classy joint. It's like a little. Fuck, man, I'll bring it up. I'll show you a photo.
Little squirter that points to your asshole. And some of them really advanced have cameras. They've got cameras to pinpoint where the fuck.
There you go. Okay.
Where the dingleberries are.
Shit.
Is a bidet illegal in Australia? That's actually that's actually a search.
Oh, it's illegal.
Illegal plumbing we see, retrofit toilet bidet hoses.
Are you serious?
Commonly used in Southeast Asia. And actually, they're great.
No,
devices.
it's legal here.
Not suitable for Australia's high pressure water main system.
Wait, it says no. In Australia, it is often legal to buy something, but illegal to use.
It is okay. Is that why? I didn't realise that was why. Because because of the high pressure main systems. That's why you can't use them. Well, the water flow in Southeast Asia is low as fuck.
Your mechanics engineering.
I know. You tell us, please.
Well, you know, if it's not gonna hurt your asshole that hard, you know, it should be alright.
Man,
Like if you use a squirter, man, you pinpoint where the fucking asshole is, and it starts to. If it's not gonna fucking penetrate right up your
You're
asshole,
disgusting.
it should be alright.
okay, hang on. Wait a second. Hang on. A bidet is a bowl or receptacle designed to be sat on for the purpose of washing the human genitalia and inner buttocks, anus, la la. Modern variety includes a plumbed-in water supply and a drainage opening, and is thus a type of plumbing fixture subject to local hygiene regulations. It's designed to promote personal hygiene, yada yada yada. In several European countries, a bidet is today required by law to be present in every bathroom containing a toilet bowl. And it was originally located in the bedroom near a chamber pot, yada yada. Modern times put it in the toilet bowl. What do we need? Application, society and culture. Here we go. In Islam, start with the Muslims.
Go through it.
There are many strict rules concerning excretion. In particular, anal washing with water is a strong recommendation. Consequently, in Middle Eastern regions where Islam is the predominant religion, water for anal washing is provided in most toilets, used in the form of a handheld bidet shower. There's a word here
Nice.
too. Shattaf. I don't speak Arabic.
Shut off.
What does that mean?
You're the Arab.
It's like a cleaner.
Yeah.
It says,
Sim Shatov. Did your mom ever say that? Sim Shatov?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Clean.
Go fucking wash yourself in like the dirtiest way. Like, I don't know, it's just like a fucking powerful saying. Like,
I
Sim
love that.
Shatov.
I was explaining this to my mate the other day. He's a Serbian kid, and he asked me if I recognized the song, right? So he sent me some, it was a Greek song. He goes, you ever heard this song? I go, no, I haven't heard it, but I know the artist. I go, why? He goes, oh, because it's been translated into Serb as well, and I want to know what the meaning is for the Greek words. Dude, I gave him I looked at one sentence with 7 words, and I sat there talking about that sentence for an hour, man.
Holy fuck.
Literally.
Fuck.
You just said 3 syllables, and you came up with a whole sentence.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Translation of those Arabic words, or any ethnic word.
Yeah.
it's
My
different.
mum had said this to me years ago because she did a couple seminars on ancient languages and shit like that. Aramaic was in it, Greek was in it, all the first languages. Yeah.
Yep.
And she said, especially with the Greek language, they figured out basically the use of the vocal cords. We figured out ways to say deep and meaningful shit
Yeah.
with as little words as possible. Do you know what I mean?
That's the thing with ethnic kind of culture and traditions and whatever. It's all their songs is very meaningful and very deep, and
Yeah.
the way they speak, and it's full of that deepness,
A lot of passion.
a lot of passion. Yeah,
Let me ask you a question, actually. You guys know I listen to, Arabic shit, right? But all the stuff I listen to is mostly all just pop, Western influence sort of stuff. Yeah, a lot of electro, a lot of, R&B stuff. Do you guys listen to, older school shit?
yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah? Is there new stuff coming out that's old school based?
No,
None?
Not as much.
not
no.
as much.
I think
no.
little bits, but
Yeah.
maybe not in Iraq as much. Lebanon, yeah. Turkey, yeah. Syria, not in Iraq and Syria as much.
In the Arab Idol, a lot of the songs that are sang are Iraqi.
Really?
Old Iraq,
Yeah, because they were the most meaningful and
What do
full
you
of.
put that down to?
Huh?
What do you actually put that down to? I would have never have guessed that.
Yeah. What do you mean? Put that
Well,
down?
for one, it's Arabic,
Yeah.
so you can actually you can sing the Iraqi song because they're not Turkish or Iranian or anything.
Turkish and Iranian, it's different, yeah.
But I think I'm not sure. I actually wouldn't know. Maybe we had more artists in Iraq back in the day. We were a lot more enlightened than the rest of our neighbours back in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, or even before that. We were the enlightened state. We were the smartest of the Middle Eastern states.
I love how you're telling me that you're the smartest. I got a Syrian friend that used to say that all the time.
About Syria?
We
were pretty much the same
We were
thing.
all part of that
the
one
Ottoman,
Mesopotamian,
Yeah.
you know. Like, I guess in history, we were all one,
Yeah.
you know. But obviously, when you start breaking up different parts of the world and everyone starts to say, you know, yeah, we're better, we're this, we're that, you know, it's naturally going to happen. But in this Arab Idol, most of the songs that I've sang are Iraqi.
How do you feel like... How do you guys feel when you see something pop up that becomes viral, yeah? And it's got like an Arabic tinge to it, but it's a really cheap version of an Arabic tinge. And
What do you
everyone starts
mean?
losing it like it's the most ethnic thing that they've ever seen.
Is it like
You know what I mean?
is it like a song with like the fucking tambuk?
Yeah, it could be, exactly, man.
Yeah.
Or some specific sound.
You feel
And cunts-
connected.
and cunts
Makes
go-
me feel sad.
Why?
Is what could have been. A lot about what could have been. You know, the country was so beautiful. It was so. It was everything in one. And
Yeah.
you know, people do appreciate small parts of it, but
Yeah.
they remember from Iraq, especially,
Yeah.
is not the beauty, not the dumbug, not the music, not the literature, not the maths, not anything, the science, the law, everything that started in that country, but rather the terrorism
Yeah.
that followed. So that makes me sad, because it's like, well, you're enjoying this in the little simple instance, but take it on a massive scale. This country gave us so much that we take for granted now.
Yeah.
And that makes me sad, because it's like, I could have been in Iraq. I could have been really proud to be Iraqi. And I'm not saying that I'm not.
You can't
but
be extroverted about it.
yeah, there's a connotation when you say, oh, I'm Iraqi, there's a connotation, oh, fucking got a terrorist
This
next
guy,
to me.
yeah.
Have you seen this fucking terrorist next to me? Like, and fuck, that's sad, man.
It
That's,
pisses me off.
It's sad.
People speak Arabic out in public for whatever reason, and cunts just automatically start losing their shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, what do you mean, man?
Because they don't understand, bro. Like, they don't know. They just don't know. They just listen to the media, and that's all they know.
And that's what pisses me off with this isolation thing, man. You think people are going to become more enlightened out of this? I don't think they will. I don't. I honestly don't. Because of all the options that people could be taking, the majority are taking the option of hoard fucking toilet paper, make TikTok videos,
Yeah.
bitch that, you know, like they have to... Man,
That's what the government wants you to do, man. They want you to fucking hate. They want you to fucking, like...
people do it.
Yeah, but like,
Dude, people
but
have
like,
a choice.
no. But what I'm saying is, it's like the media. It's like what you're exposed to. It's you know, like if they start putting shit on like about how fucking Asians are, you know, like say a video about an Asian being confronted about doing this and that. The next Asian person you're going to see, you're going to already have that sort of same feeling, that fucking hate.
That's sensationalism. Like, I get that. That sells papers, right? But we all have the same access to the same information. We have the internet. We have the same people around us. Like, whatever, right? It's in the individual to...
Yeah, but it's
enlighten
what you
themselves,
focus
man.
on. It's what you focus on.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You'd think isolation, like we're all talking about how positive some things are, right? Like the family thing, the working from home thing. We're having our own, like Millar was saying it before, like it's a time for people to reflect and actually have some revelations, right?
Yeah.
Personal revelation.
Definitely.
Personal growth.
Yeah.
I personally think most people aren't going to use this time to have personal growth. They're bitching that they can't go to the gym, or they're bitching that they can't go to a club, or they're bitching that the government's controlling them, and this is all a hoax.
Yeah.
They're hoarding toilet paper when they get a chance to go outside, yeah, and they're making TikTok videos.
Yeah, man.
I had someone
yeah.
say to me, sorry, man, I had someone say to me, he was freaking out because he had to, he's got to figure out how he's going to have his kids at home, right? Because for homeschooling. It's like, oh, we don't know what we're going to do, blah, 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 it's going to be hard, la, la, la. And I said, mate, okay, at times like this, I go, just think of this, yeah? The Greeks, in order to keep their language and their religion alive under Ottoman occupancy for hundreds of years, had secret schools underground, man. And they risked getting shot if they were spreading the fucking language, man. And they did it for hundreds of years until they did an uprising and started the War of Independence. Yeah?
But like, that's just the language.
You're getting told to stay home.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you're
You have
right.
to stay home to learn.
Yeah. Oh, people are fucked.
For a
man.
couple of
People are
months.
fucked, yeah.
Like my mate last night, and she's Persian, yeah? And she's like, man, I told her, like, we're having this conversation, and she's like, man, my mum escaped the Islamic Revolution in Iran, man. If she went outside, she could have gotten shot. Like, that was it.
Look at us now.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a lot of problems, man. You can't really unpack it. It's like the capitalism approach. So there's some people who are billionaires and some people who are not. And then there's the idealism, like, who controls the information we have? It's big media, and what are they? They are a capitalist organisation there to make money.
Of course it is.
And why is it that we're told that, you know, Kanye West is a fucking sick cunt, but we don't talk about scientists, we don't talk about things like that. So this world over generation has moved away from intellect to fashion, from fucking geography to fucking
Materials.
TV and entertainment, from fucking astronomy to movies and fucking pop stars, and she's a fucking
that's the
hoe. I love it. Like,
Movies and films, there's a difference between a movie and a film.
Yeah.
Yeah? They're both art forms in a sense,
Yeah.
but one's watered down to be more so marketable and, you know, being consumed by people that are going to pay money as opposed to just being a statement of art. Yeah? It's interesting what you just said about, like, people moving away who they idolize, yeah? And I said, and this was a fucking meme. It wasn't a meme. Actually, it's not a meme. I should stop calling things memes, because just because it's on the internet and it's, you know, on Instagram doesn't make it a fucking meme. It can just be...
it was a post.
Yeah, it can just be a post, yeah? This is going back to when the Corona thing just sort of started... Coronavirus! This shit is real! I made a remix of that, yeah? I put it up on Insta. I made a fucking remix of it. Dude, that Cardi B video was, like, ridiculous, man.
Fucked.
I know y'all motherfuckers are kiki, but I'm scared. I'm a little scared. It's my bitch. Alright. A Spanish biological researcher, right? She was quoted on saying this back on the 18th of March. This is when I sent it to my microbiologist link. Okay, you give the footballer 1 million euros a month and a biological researcher 1,800 euros. You are looking for a treatment now. Go to Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi, and they will find you a cure.
There you go, man. That's the problem with the world. But there's so many facets to it, you know. There's so many fucking parts that you can't break it all down as to why that fucking idiot's an idiot and why that person's an idiot. They're idiots for their own reasons and their own rights. It's hard to really, like,
Dumb cunt.
you can't gauge why that person is a dumb cunt. Like, it might be completely different. You know, there might be an honest, poor person whose, you know, parents passed away when they were young, and they have reason to be dumb because they just said, fuck it, you know, what else have I got in this world? Something else, they got raped, who knows? It might be natural causes to their idiocy. And then there's people who are literally full on fucking just media, just stuck to TV and fucking idolizing.
It's all what you're exposed to, especially, you know, your upbringing as well has a massive factor. Who your parents are, who your friends are. They're all fucking...
Okay, here's a question. Do you think everyone, given the right circumstances and environment, can be an intellect or can be self-sustaining or whatever?
To a certain degree, like, you know...
Do you think? Or do you think some people are just born dumb cunts?
Look, there is that.
Just waiting to agree. I just pressed a green button, by the way. In the room, there's a green button for agreement. I just pressed it. Yeah, why is it making noise?
I don't think I'm allowed.
I mean, like, it will open up their mind to a certain degree, but it's up to them what they start to focus on, what they start to do, how motivated they are, how lazy they are, you know.
At what point do you cut your losses on that? Because you can't baby everyone forever.
No. And that's the problem.
And, like, I've said this to a lot of people, and I've said it regarding, like, friendships, relationships. I can't be everyone's caseworker anymore because I've ignored my own shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm fucking tired, man. Like, I just can't.
Yeah.
Because I need help.
I think that's a problem, isn't it? Like, a lot of people, it's capacity issues. So, some people might be born dumb cunts. They'll live dumb cunts. They've come, like, that's just...
That's 2020.
That's just, unfortunately,
they've accepted
it. Well, we've got to accept it as well. There'll be cunts that you just can't get through to.
But that's what I'm saying. Like apathy, laziness, like all these negative fucking things, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, apathy and laziness are not fucking things to be proud of. You know what I mean? Like, you talk to cunts all the time, like, oh man, I haven't gone to work for like a week. Like, what have you been doing?
Yeah.
Nothing, mate.
I think, like, we're in 2020 now. Even 2,000 years ago, there was people who were superior and people who were inferior.
Of course, that's my point.
And I think that's just the way it is.
There were serfs.
Yeah.
And then that's the thing, man. You were either born into slavery or you somehow found your way into slavery.
Yeah.
Right?
And it perpetuates from there. Just continues.
Yeah. But at some point, there had to be some fuckwit just walking around because he was a fucking idiot. Not because he was a slave or because of his
Just
race
chose
or
to be an
caste or
idiot.
whatever. He just chose to be a dumb cunt.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why you always hear about these kings going through time where some idiot king bumbled the throne up and they had to secede to, like, you know, their younger brother or some shit to save the power thing. Because, like, man, this guy's a fucking dumb cunt. Like, we can't have him leading everyone. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it definitely does, man. I think that...
And then you get, dude, perfect example.
But it's the way they've been raised, I
Dude,
reckon.
perfect example. Who's reigning right now? Trump.
Yeah.
How did he get in? Being voted in by dumb cunts.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Also,
go.
money.
Yeah.
There you
Money.
go.
Yeah.
Because his old man worked hard and set up a dynasty, so he fell into money, and by chance, he didn't fuck it completely up. Trump's declared bankrupt like 5 times or whatever
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. Strategically, but...
Played to the crowd and got voted in by dumb cunts. He's a dumb cunt. Voted in by dumb cunts.
And some smart cunts who acted very dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking hell.
And then there's the
Honestly, I would have voted for him, though. And that's 1 in 3 in this room. I don't know what you guys would do, but Hillary Clinton has the opposite fucking arm. Honestly, man, coming from Iraq, she can die and rot in jail.
Yeah.
It's coming from Iraq.
Yeah. And that's my own perspective. I would have voted for him. And a lot of Middle Easterns and Africans somehow voted for him.
You have to understand, when Trump's campaign rallies were going on, he was saying shit like, what have you got to lose? You're already broke and pathetic. What have you got to lose? Look at America.
Yeah.
America.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's still saying it now. Here's another engineering question. That fucking drug that he was pushing that hasn't been tested yet for malaria, what's it called? Fuck. What's the name of that drug? It's a malaria fucking thing. Hang on.
Oh, for Corona.
Yeah.
That's a medical fucking question.
Yeah, chloroquine or whatever it's called.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that.
Hydrochloroquine or something.
Yeah.
Trump, who's not a scientist, just says that he's a really smart guy and he's figured it out. Use it. And he came out and he was saying shit like, use it. What have you got to lose? Like, what have you got to... It's an untested drug, man. What do you
Fuck that,
mean?
man.
This is what he's telling his fucking... Dude, facing 50,000 people about to fucking die, and this is what he's fucking saying, man. People have voted him in.
That shit pisses me off, man.
But he's still in power. And he's going to get voted back in because Biden's...
Look, man, if I had a gun and if it was in front of me, I'd fucking take the cunt out.
Would that change anything?
Fucking oath.
What would change?
Would it change anything?
That's a legit question.
Might be a speed bump.
They said the same thing about Saddam.
No, it would change the guy that's
Changed a lot there, though.
misleading his own people.
Yeah.
Like that
But
shit.
won't another person just come and mislead him? Because the people... Obama was
but like-
misleading his people. Just because he stood up and sounded
But
all
saying, oh, you should take this fucking drug because it might save your life. What if you've got nothing to fucking lose.
cool. Oh, but if they're sick in hospital, then he might have a point.
Desperate people.
He might have a point.
But he's just trying to throw up heat to the fact that he fucked
like-
up.
Yeah.
Like, that's all it is.
Yeah.
He's still in campaign mode right now.
Yeah.
Dude, he was on TV and he was bragging about the TV ratings for his press conference on how fucked up the pandemic is in America. And he's comparing, like, how about those TV ratings? But I heard it was like The Bachelor. Like, Bachelor numbers. Like, what's that got to do with
So
anything?
where do you start in dissecting an issue like that? Honestly, I think Matt's correct. Fucking turn it into a fucking playground.
You reckon?
Blow the whole thing up, man. But you could say that across most countries. Look, the world's just fucked. I think
Quite out of you today, man.
it goes like with the name of your podcast.
I'm going to make a little trailer. It's just like Words of Malad 2020. Fucking April. The world's fucked. Like, literally just going to cherry pick everything.
Dumb
Just like
cunts will be
it's
dumb cunts.
I like that.
And then you can make it in your future podcast when you have people on, you can just have it and my voice just there. Oh, dumb cunts will be dumb cunts.
the buttons.
Like a radio station.
You'd think this pandemic would level the field, like for everything, and like bring a lot of things back to zero. In a way, it has, but at the same time, I don't think it's going to change anything. I don't think anyone's going to come out any more enlightened. I don't think anyone's going to come out smarter. There'll be a percentage,
yeah.
Yeah.
but I think the mass majority are just going to go back to fucking doing whatever they were doing before all this shit happened. You know what I mean?
True.
They're going to be
Possibly right.
a flurry of fucking babies being born because everyone's isolated, which is what happens. You know what I mean? Consumerism is just going to go through the fucking roof once, like, everyone can go shopping again.
Yeah.
And it'll just keep spinning.
We'll just keep going.
Have we forgotten
Life goes
about
on.
Kim Jong-un right now? That kind of had, like, ballistic missiles lined up at everyone,
Yeah.
like 2 months ago.
You'd love to be in North Korea though right now.
You reckon?
Coronavirus free.
Are they? They haven't
I guess-
confirmed any. I don't know.
I don't think they wouldn't tell
There's only
anyone,
like
would
one or
they?
two countries that haven't like confirmed anything.
Yeah.
But I'd say there's.
How much information we're getting.
Then
now.
again, they don't let anyone in.
No,
They're isolated as fuck.
Exactly. So they'd be pretty
North
good.
Korea.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go on like little expeditions.
Yeah, but they've got to be sanctioned. Like you got to
tour
actually
guided, yeah.
Tour
register
guided,
your
yeah.
name with the government. They got to look at your passport the way you would with a visa. You can't take photos of shit. You can't do anything. North Korea in itself is like entirely fucking isolated, man. Like as
Yeah.
far as that sort of shit goes. Didn't someone land something on the moon? I think it was China or Japan. They sent something to the moon like not long ago. Like this,
I think I was reading about this.
yeah, I'm serious. I'm just thinking of like the shit that's actually going on.
Country.
Hang on. Moon 2020. That's all I need to look up.
Could have been India.
It was someone, yeah. Like I'm not imagining it.
Sounds like it would have been India.
Moon 2020. Moon
Very
schedule.
reviving.
Huh? Reviving? What's reviving?
This water that I'm drinking.
What is that? I've never actually seen it.
Or water.
Yeah, no, that bottle, man. I've never seen that brand.
It's probably because you've never...
Alka Power?
alkaline water.
You on the alkaline water as well?
Yeah.
I had a mate, like, spend like 30 minutes at a dinner telling me about alkaline water and about like converting energy and shit like that.
Oh, he's one of those.
Why are you one of those?
No, I just like this water, you know.
No, I'm serious. Like the actual science behind
No, there
alkaline.
is, because your body works better when it's alkaline instead of acidic.
That's what I'm saying. Do you
Yeah.
actually know the theory behind it?
To a certain extent. I don't know a great detail, but I know it's good for you.
Why do you assume that? I'm just asking now. How did you come to that realization that was good for you? On the name?
Alkaline water in general
Yeah.
is good for you. It's better for you than acidic water.
So how do you get alkaline water other than buying it from that? Like,
There's different ways you
is that where filters and purifiers come into it?
Yeah, I guess. Filters out all the shit. My lad's got a filter at home. And,
Is it is it
Alkaline water.
instantaneous? Like
Yeah,
a filter?
it is, yeah.
just connected to your piping.
I remember when I was a kid, man, I would have been like 8, and my parents bought a filter from like some fucking Yahoo, like in the family like link, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you should talk to la la la. He's got this water filter you have to connect. We connected it to the back fucking sink in the laundry because that was a sink that you rarely used, and the shit had to filter in overnight, man. Like it took forever. Like the process took literally fucking like 24 hours to get like say a litre of water, man.
Really?
I still remember it as a kid.
Fuck.
Because my parents were adamant about it. When they got it, it was like the best thing since sliced bread. We're only drinking this water from now on. Shit would run out after like fucking 20 minutes.
Don't drink any more water.
I'm serious, man. They would filter the shit out and then they would move it into the fridge and leave it there.
For me, I don't know. Like, if I drink water off the tap, as opposed to we were drinking this kind of water, I feel like instantly better. Like, you taste the difference.
Do you?
Yeah. Have a
don't-
sip.
Corona, man. Just taking the piss, dude.
Don't put your lips to it.
Alright, man. What do you want me to do?
I'm just saying.
Fuck off, dude. I'm not fucking I might can put some of my jerry can and shit. Oh, fuck, dude. Nah, I'm being honest though. Like that whole alkaline thing, like I've read into it, but again, it's like access to shit. You know what I mean? Why isn't that water the majority fucking like you go to a supermarket or something and you see Mount Franklin everywhere. You see that pump bottle that everyone
Yeah.
drinks, but you don't see that.
Yeah, it's cheaper. Probably cheaper to have pump water than this.
How much
Yeah.
was that bottle?
$4 or $5.
See?
Yeah, but it's a big bottle. It's not small. It's over a litre.
Through Stuff Oz, I worked at a company, at a water bottle company. I don't know if you worked there as well.
No, I didn't.
In Moorabbin. Crazy the process of from these little like test tubes looking thing with the thread on the top.
Yeah.
They heat it up and then they blow it to the bottle shape
Yeah.
and then instantly fill with water.
While it's still hot.
Yeah.
No shit. I don't know. It's like one of those things that you see on what are those shows? Big Machines or something. You see, it used to be on like those free
Explained.
channels on TV.
Like Engineering Explained.
Yeah,
Yeah, something like that.
you would be all over those.
Oh man.
Every time I just picture you like eating Cheetos or something. You know what I mean? Like sitting in your shorts, like something
Just
with
wiping them on his t-shirt.
yeah, man.
Why?
Exactly right.
Listening to some fucked up trip hop sort of shit in the
He's got
background.
incense going on.
Yeah.
Just fucking zoned in.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Today in this part of the world, we're looking at engineering based on fucking cruise ships. Actually, the cruise ships. The fucking cruise ships.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do you reckon those things need to be shut down?
The cruise ships right now?
Yeah.
I don't think they're working anymore, are they?
They've stopped them
Yeah.
based on like the virus. Do you reckon they should be taken off the market altogether?
Why?
Because they're human petri dishes.
They won't, though.
Literally, a cruise ship comes back and there's already reported sickness of like people
Yeah.
with diarrhea and shit.
Yeah. No, they won't stop it.
That's actually what's annoyed me the most. The gyms. There's a friend that I went to high school with, hadn't seen in like 20 years. She's actually an Arab. And she goes to my gym, and I ran into her like a year ago. I hadn't seen her in Yonks. Hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And just chit-chat, whatever, you know. And she popped up on Insta like a couple of weeks ago when this shit was really starting to take off. Hadn't hit the fan yet, but it was starting to go. And I said, man, she's like, I haven't been to the gym. I go, nah, I've been busy, blah, blah, blah. And I go, man, we should catch up, like have a coffee or something. Her words were, oh, work is being really like stringent on our extracurricular activities. They don't want us to get sick, blah, 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 blah. So I'm limiting my outside of work hours to going to the gym and going to the supermarket.
Dumb fuck.
My words were, the gym, the fucking petri dish at best,
Yeah.
where you need the best immune system to come out of there alive. That's what you're limiting your fucking social activities to. You're like, out of your fucking mind? No, I just laughed when they shut the gyms down.
Yeah,
'Cause I think
fucking
you could
hell.
work on that one, man. Fight your traffic to go get toilet paper that doesn't exist, and then go home. All right? Do you reckon the cruise ships are going to get shut down? Because they are human petri dishes. Like, it's a fact.
Not forever.
I don't think so.
Capitalism will reign, man.
You reckon?
Reign supreme,
Do you
brother.
reckon cruise ships make enough money to justify that?
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think they create economies as well. Like the cruise ships, there's the ones that go to the different islands, but then there's also cruise ships that go to South Pacific, or they go to America, they go to Croatia and shit.
P&O
So
cruises, whatever they're
yeah.
called.
So I think the cruise ship industry, it wouldn't be there if it wasn't viable, if it wasn't making money. And I think it's also a good way of seeing the world. Like if you want to go to these different islands, when you're 60 and you want to see those different islands, it's a good way to do it.
My mum's 70, she's doing Kentucky tours, man.
Yeah?
I feel bad, actually. She had a trip booked for Morocco, Spain, and Portugal.
Jeez.
As soon as they started announcing this shit in Spain and Portugal, I go, you're not going nowhere, man.
Nah.
Get it. I was meant to go to Bali in July, and that's been cut off. Well, theoretically, it's not cut off yet.
Yeah.
The flights,
Yeah, we were going to Europe as well, but it hasn't been cut off. But
When are you going to go?
if we get it in July, but if you get the money back, you just take it, I guess.
I don't know. I can get the flight back. I don't know about the hotel, though.
Oh, yeah.
Resort. Like, Indonesians are fucked. Bali's fucked.
Bali's
the economy's
fucked,
like
man.
just sliding hard, man. I don't know. Like, do you reckon they'll bounce back? Like, I mean, how long do you reckon it would take to bounce back? My mate last night was saying to me that she reckons the borders will be shut. Australia, because we're iron law here, man, with that shit. She goes, the borders will be shut well into next year. That's what
Really?
she reckons. When do you reckon it's going to be over? This is a really good
September.
Yeah, September. Not
September.
finals.
The borders.
I think September.
The borders shut in September, or this isolation shit?
Like this all around the world. Like from traveling from here to the next country, everything free.
I reckon they'll reopen it before. I think July with testing.
They won't have a vaccine.
By the time they find a vaccine producer for the whole world.
That'll take a year. That's a year away. That's what the microbiologist said. Vaccines, and that's the irony of it, because no one has any faith in science. No one puts any funding in science. Like, no one puts money into it. They just strip it away and put
That's
it
what we
into
need.
nothing. That's all we need right now. The world's screaming for cures.
Yeah.
You don't just get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you still got the process. They want to use people as human guinea pigs.
As we're talking about, this corona, this virus, on Netflix, there's a TV, there's like a series of videos called Explained.
Okay.
And one of them is about viruses,
Yeah.
diseases, pandemics. Go suss it out.
There's, the truth
Very
is
interesting.
these pandemics come up every fucking year. You know what I mean? There's always a pandemic, like swine flu, Ebola, Zika. Like, these are all pandemics. The only reason this one reacted is because it hit in countries where, like, it's sad, but hitting countries where people give a fuck about what happens. Hit Brazil during the Olympics, no one gave a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
During the Olympics, man, they're like, bah, it is what it is. Fuck the Brazilians. They don't care. Like, they don't count. You know what I mean? Now, dude, you see what's going on in China? They're saying that Africans are susceptible to the pandemic, to the virus. So they're kicking them out of their houses and fucking hotels because they're black.
No shit.
Yeah,
Fuck.
legit. Fucking ridiculous, man. It's creating...
Fuck, man.
It's so fucked, right? But, like, you had the Spanish flu, like, you know, after World War One. That wiped cunts out.
Yeah.
That was World War One. Here...
Killed more people than World War One did.
Dude, now you have the internet where you can find out this shit in real time. So if you get told by your government to stay the fucking side, stay the fucking side.
Yeah.
We've done it. But again, like I said, the vaccines don't come out for another year. Do you really think they're going to reopen? Like, when do you reckon we'll be able to go to a club or a pub again? Honestly. Or go back to work, full, like, you know, normal. Legit.
Who's
When can you
to
go
say?
for a beer? Like, instead of us meeting up here, we can go out somewhere.
I think July, August would be the best bet.
We're in middle of April now. So you're saying 2 months.
2 months.
We'll be like this for the next 2 months?
Yeah.
You reckon cunts are going to lose it even more?
Yeah.
Scott Morrison extended the isolation period till May
31.
May 17th or May.
Oh, really? Now you got me thinking about that Fisher song. I'm losing. Bum, 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 bum. Just keep playing that at home and just fucking...
No,
Have a
legit. Because, like, people in isolation lose their shit. And eventually, like, jungle fever will take over and cunts will start rioting, man.
Yeah, man, I can't
Stage
wait.
4.
I honestly cannot wait to see this cunt throw a fucking brick through a shopping centre and me just run
Fucking
behind him.
oath, bro.
Fucking like a chariot of war. On guard!
I'm ready for stage 4.
Look, he's fucking shaved his head for a good reason.
This is all part of the plan, man.
I'll get the axe, mate. and
It's so when he
fucking
puts on that
start cutting
fucking
shit
balaclava,
down.
he keeps nice and cool, so we can keep it on for longer. Honestly, man, you could ride this cunt into fucking war.
You're wearing a Vinsanity t-shirt as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Speaking of which, he's retired now, yeah? This is his last season?
The last season.
Yeah, I think it is.
Can't believe he's fucking held 40.
He's played through like 3 decades.
Yeah. It's played in like every fucking team.
No, wait, he started in Toronto, then went to Celtics? Yeah? Who else has he played for?
I don't know.
I think I touched on this on the last podcast. Well, not the last one, the one before that with my cousin, the ESPN writer. Actually, you need to hear that one. I'm surprised you haven't heard it.
What?
The second to last episode I did was with an ESPN writer that covered the NBA.
Send it to me.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Have a sauce,
I thought
yeah.
you would have seen it. I don't know. Look, regards to this pandemic, man, I hope to God people keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because, like, I'm proud. I'm actually proud of Australians, man. I think we've done well. Considering the rest of the fucking world, I think we've done well.
We have, yeah.
It just shits me every time you get these idiots doing, like, flagrant wrong things. It's
Yeah.
like, fuck, where are we living, man? Like, really?
Yeah.
I find those kinds of people everywhere, man.
I know. But it scares me, man. Like,
As long as you're isolated, you'll be alright.
I am. You can thank the Division 2. You know what's fucked? Division 2 is a game about a pandemic.
Oh, really? Relevant.
Dude, legit. It's about a pandemic in Washington, D.C.
To prepare you?
It's just, everywhere you go, there's just dead bodies and fucking cunts burning people up. Like, it's fucking scary, man.
That's cooked.
And the whole city's like overrun. And it's fucked because I've been to Washington, D.C. So, like, you go to the monuments, I'm like, I remember seeing this, like,
Yeah.
years ago. It's fucking wrong. The first one was about a pandemic in Manhattan, which was also fucking weird because you do recognize a lot of the structures. I don't know.
That's fucked.
Anyway. Thank you for coming in.
No worries,
pleasure.
man.
I actually haven't seen you guys. It was last year.
Well, for those listening, authority or not, we actually haven't come in. We've been doing this all through, what is it, Zoom? Skype? What have you used? What's the program?
Zoom.
a combination of Zoom and Skype, yeah.
Yeah, combination. Welcome, bro, bitches.
Ciao.
Hold up.